All right, NFC North degenerates, welcome back to Who Will Be King. We've got the Pope rocking Bears gear thanks to Caleb Williams, and the Lions trying to figure out life without their latest arrest and released corner. The Packers are dodging more off-field headaches, and the Vikings are just sitting here looking flawless as usual. Grab a drink because the soap opera never stops. Let's roll. And there we are. Two of the three members from Who Will Be King. We have Pay and we have Foster in the middle with his trademark good evening. We're having a fun day today, aren't we, gentlemen? Now, we're all sitting here waiting, going, can we have some real football, please? And so while we're waiting on training camps to commence at the end of the month, we've got a few other things to talk about. First off, Pay from the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel. Tell us why Caleb Williams sent the Pope a jersey.
Well, I know in Norse mythology, you all aren't used to paying tithes. We did a whole bunch of, I guess, gum bumping about, is there going to be a Madden curse or anything like Chicago sports fans are famously curse agnostic. But why not cover all bases?
Doc says, don't let you fool us. You are finishing off a slice of Chicago goodness. Who makes the better pizza? Foster?
Between
I'm a plead the fifth on that.
Okay. Between a Chicago pie and deep dish on Foster's.
Shout out to
First of all, calling it a pie is egregious to begin with. Second,
That's
there's
what
no
it
such
is.
thing as Detroit.
It's a crust
No.
with this much tomato sauce and cheese in it.
No, it's pizza. Pizza is pizza. Pie is pie. And the second thing, there's no such thing as Detroit style pizza. I don't care what big Detroit is trying to tell you. There's no such thing as Detroit style pizza. There's no such thing as Connecticut style pizza. All these places keep popping up with their style of pizza. No such thing. You got New York style, you got Italy, and there's Chicago. End of list.
Well, Italy is the origins.
No,
Actually, it's United
China.
States. I think
Really?
brought it first, yeah.
thought it was
And
China.
what we consider pizza. Italy,
Yeah, what they do in Italy is something a lot different.
it's oven fried bread with toppings on it. It's slightly different. It's more like Italy's pizza is more like a California pizza.
Pineapple?
Well, and it looks pretty. They put pretty stuff on top of the bread, and it is what it is.
No,
Now,
I got you.
those of us down here in St. Louis would disagree. We have our own pizza, but it's not based on any particular style. It's based on the cheese.
Emos goes crazy with the cheese.
Mm-hmm. And there's a difference between Sicily and when you go further up north in Italy, by far. All right. But was Caleb trying to bribe the Pope? You say it's tithes. And was it a sneak peek at our new rivalries uniform?
That's what a lot of people are saying. That jersey looks like it might be the rivalries jersey. And it was for those that didn't see, it's white, orange letters, orange numbers. It looks pretty basic, plain. Nothing really jumps out at you. I've heard people say it looked like a high school jersey. I wouldn't disagree. If that is the rival jersey, the Bears are not winning that little argument for any. I'd rather you just playing your basics, your basic blues.
We're gonna see our rivalry uniforms this season across the NFC North, and we're gonna wear them at least once when we play each other. So it's going to be interesting to see. We've got leaked out our colors for ours, and I'm wondering if your colors had a common thread, and that's one of our colors is a cream color instead of white. And that's
I
what
wonder
that
how many
jersey
jerseys
looked
Pope
like.
has.
Ours is supposedly a much darker purple with more mustardy gold and cream.
Now that you mention it, Dave, that white did look a little off-white, look a little more eggshell than a typical Snow White. Maybe that was a thing.
I have no idea. We'll find out. We'll all find out officially in August sometime. Hopefully we'll have more leaks by the next show. because I'm fascinated with uniform design. We'll see. All right. So you're sitting there trying to bribe the Pope. I got that. It's probably a good move on Chicago's part. They could use all the help they can get.
Why
Now,
not? Why
what?
would you not want to have God on your side?
Or at least the Pope. Yes. I'm Lutheran, so I have distinct opinions on the Pope. But it is what it is. Foster, give us your opinion on what's happening with Terrion Arnold. He cleared waivers, and I'd heard reported there was at least 3 teams interested in getting him. But now that he's cleared waivers, there's silence.
Yeah, well, he's got an upcoming court date, which I think just determines whether or not he'll be on a tether. Initially, they said he didn't need to be on a tether, but now that he is unemployed, they probably figure he have a little bit too much free time. So they'll figure that out to decide whether or not they want to keep a closer eye on him. But he's still, he's obviously still up for a potential suspension depending upon what, the NFL decides to do. But in the meantime, there are a couple teams. I think who did they say? In my mind, I think the Raiders are one of those teams, but I feel like there was another team that they said was interested. Do you know whether or not they actually listed who was interested?
I haven't heard. All I heard was there's 3 teams.
Okay. Yeah, because I think somebody had sent me a particular team that might be interested, but it escapes me right now. I don't know. Was it the Commanders? I don't know. It was nobody in NFC North. That much I do know.
Speaking of the Commanders, Brandon Ayuk. What is wrong with him? He's burning every bridge he can, I think.
Has his agent fired him yet?
His agent fired Ayuk? I don't know. I know he changed agents a while back, but I think he needs some help, is what I think. But anyways, now,
Perhaps.
it's a weird way to market yourself.
He's not marketable. Reason I asked about his agent is because agent should be, I don't know what kind of advice. I don't know if he is getting good advice or if he's ignoring it. I'm gonna just put that out there. But the list that he's on the left team list, right? He has to actually apply with the commissioner's office to be allowed to come back to practice. If the Roger Goodell allows you to come back to practice, you will put the ball right back into the 49ers court and say, now they got to cut you, or now they got to do something with you because you can't allow you in this building after all that mess you done made. So to my knowledge, does anybody think that he's applied to Goodell yet? No, I don't. He's just doing TikTok lives or whatever.
I have no idea, but it's sad to see. That's for sure. All right. What else were we going to talk about? We have with the Packers, their coach, LaFleur, talked about how they are thin ice or have thin ice at wide receiver and other positions. Now, every team's fan base complains about their depth. Do you guys agree?
It's a part of being a fan, complaining.
That's right.
Yeah, it is. It is. But also, I'm reading where Josh Jacobs is one of the biggest topics for them and his dealings with his arrest and domestic abuse, which is a shame. There's no matter which way that goes. And who is it? Besides Parsons, they have a Kraft. They're supposedly saying Kraft most likely will start training camp on the pup, but he will be ready for week 1. I went and looked up when he got injured, and it was in November of last year. And it's like, that's pushing the 9-month limit that they talk about rather well. He had the ACL, blew out his ACL, damaged MCL, I think, slightly, and then meniscus. But I hope he's not ready for week 1. And even if he is, he's not going to be 100%.
Would you say Tucker Kraft and Michael Parsons are 2 of their top 5 players on their roster?
Yes.
2 of their top 3?
It's hard to, I don't know their roster that well other than their starters. It's close to that. Now, there's all sorts of talk in Packers land about, speaking of their top players, their professional quarterback, Jordan Love, Will he finally take the next step? Will he be clutch? Will he hold up? There's all sorts of stuff on that. And I love that. I love when the Packers fans are just absolutely hammering him. And then, of course, they're hammering LaFleur. And the season hasn't even started yet.
Good for them.
All right, folks. It's time. I believe we can. Nah, it's a little early. We'll hold off. We didn't bring a whole bunch to talk about because there's not a whole bunch going on.
Well, I mean, it was there was the royal wedding this past weekend.
Yes, there was the royal wedding. Have you seen any pictures?
Only a few, and those are like bystander pictures and anything like that. It's not something I've been searching out though, Dave.
Okay.
Everything I know about their relationship, speaking about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, everything I've learned has been against my will. This wedding, I don't know what type of person you have to be to get married on July 4th.
In the garden, Madison Square Garden, no less.
Rich
I
is
know
one thing.
there's celebrities and there's a certain look at me factor in your job, but that is the biggest look at me Louis that I've ever seen. We're gonna get married on the 250th birthday of the country at Madison Square Garden. Everybody, pay attention to what I got going on. Listen, I don't care.
It's not Independence Day anymore. It's now Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's anniversary. Got to remember that now. Don't forget.
Well, at least Travis shouldn't forget.
He's got that one nailed down.
Now, I did see a picture of him. I don't know how authentic it was, but he supposedly had some red in his tuxedo. And I also saw where his head coach had to have a specially tailored tuxedo made for him.
Shouldn't all tux be specially tailored? But we use the word special tailored. That Andy, I know Andy can't get anything off the rack. But
No, Andy Reid's a big boy. And I feel for him. I'm the same way, but he's a big boy.
How did you all feel about Adam Sandler officiating this wedding? That is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's random. I don't know.
It is extremely random.
Well, and he sang 2 brand new songs at the wedding as well.
They are taking that wedding singer thing way too literal.
Broski.
Will Ferrell should have been there to crash it.
Well, that would have been cool. That would have been freaking outstanding. Broski, I'll get to that question here in a bit. Hey, I thought it was something because we're here. You turn on the TV or the radio or whatever, and you hear the 250 celebrations going on, this city, that city, this city. And of course, there's the wedding. And you had it right on.
She came down the aisle to her own greatest hits.
Really?
What? that is everything. Listen, their whole relationship is outrageous. And they just took it up a notch with this wedding.
Purple Tear says she can adopt him. Well, yeah, with their money, I don't doubt that. I found it was absolutely interesting that we had that sort of wedding. Now, the NFL loves Taylor Swift because she brought a whole new section of audience to watching the game. A younger, some of them more female audience, when they'd go, and look, Taylor Swift's up in the box with Kelsey's mom, sort of stuff.
It's really crazy.
But it's interesting. Now, I'm reading, among those that were formally dressed were Chiefs teammates Chris Jones, Kareem Hunt, Trent McDuffie, New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel, and his wife. I wonder where Diana was.
Yeah, missing him somewhere.
Probably. I saw a tweet. She was out with her husband at Disney World, and he was following her, and he didn't look happy. And then there's Jen, Los Angeles, or his wife Jen, Los Angeles Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, former NFL defensive back Richard Sherman, Seattle Seahawks receiver Cooper Kupp, former U.S. soccer player Abby Wambach, broadcaster Erin Andrews and her husband Jarrett Stoll. Other celebrities spotted include Hugh Grant, Bradley Cooper, Ethan Hawke, Dakota Johnson, musicians Benson Boone, Ed Sheeran, Kelsey Ballerini, and models Gigi Hadid and Carly Kloss. And if I mispronounced any of those names, I apologize.
Where do you think this wedding ranks celebrity weddings wise? Is it bigger than the royal wedding? Diana and Charles.
I would say no. That was a public.
You can't get more public than on 250 at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but it wasn't broadcast worldwide
True.
like Diana and Charles was.
I'm sure there will be a documentary on Netflix about it soon.
I'm sure there will, and then maybe even a pay-for documentary.
The Bezos wedding. That was supposed to be the most expensive wedding ever. That just happened not too long ago, right? Macho Man Miss Elizabeth. Nope, no wrestling fans here. Okay, don't remember that. That was a big wedding.
But it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how they do. We'll find out. Hopefully.
I hope not. I do not want to find out. God, I bet this on DraftKings too.
Well, it probably is. They're both 36. Mm-hmm. Now, the female biological clock ticks a little bit faster in that department than the males. But I'll bet she's got that itch.
I'm ready.
NFC North biology.
Yep. It's going to be interesting. But, and you know, if that happens, that's going to bring a whole new set of eyeballs. Now, everybody's been joking around. The divorce album is going to be absolutely a banger.
That's not funny, but it is.
It's dark.
All right. With that, now we're going to take our break. We'll be right back. And we're back. The ESPN ranking of our squads. Did you guys see it?
You know, Dave, I'm so happy they finally did this. I don't know what they were waiting on. We in America,
right?
We like lists in our summer. Enough of this phony World Cup nonsense. Get the crap out of here. Bring us our football list. This is what we wait all year. When it gets summer, like, okay, we need some lists. We go crazy over lists. PFF had a list. Thank you. Finally, even though PFF's lists are trash, I'll take it, put it right in my veins. ESPN got their list. Yes, Dave, I've seen them all.
Well, you saw where on ESPN, they were ranking the rosters. And it was between Mike Clay, Aaron Schatz of PTN for the numbers, FTN, and Seth Walder. And they went through factoring talent, age, production, off-season moves. Each team included their biggest strengths and their biggest weaknesses and their X factors. And who are key non-starters. Number one on the list was the LA Rams. Makes sense. Everybody thinks the LA Rams are going to probably be the best team in the NFC. Then comes the Eagles. I'm not so sure about the Eagles being number two.
They lost me at 2.
Then the Seahawks, the Bills. They had the Bills higher than the Ravens. I've seen some lists where have the Ravens as the highest AFC team. And then at number 6, yeah, Foster, I'm pointing at you. You think your squad, talent-wise, deserves to be number 6?
I'll take 6. 6 ain't bad.
Then we go New England, the Broncos, the Texans. The Texans have a great defense. The question is whether their offense can get going. And then at number 10, the Cheezers. Like, are you kidding me? Really? 10?
Terrible list. Terrible list.
They're talking about the current roster, not necessarily pending injuries.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they just did roster, not availability, not anything tangible. They just said, you know what? It's deadline. Let me just throw something out here.
We like Micah Parsons. We'll go, boost his numbers. He's a good player. It won't matter that he won't play until the second half of the season, but
probably won't even be the Micah Parsons that you think he is when he comes back.
And then comes down to number 17. I don't understand this. Explain to me, Pay, why these guys, and I understand Schatz. He's a numbers nerd. And I got that. But how in the heck does he have your team at 17? When you won
Read the article. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I went scrolling for the Bears. First thing I do, like old school paper. You open the paper, pop, pop. You get the pop. You start scrolling, looking for your name. Like, oh, there they go. 17. Let me see the reason why. They were very short on good reasons. They said the Bears lost a lot of talent on the defensive side of football. True. And then they said that was a minus against them. But then they said the Bears replaced that talent with better players.
You got a minus, and you add a plus that's better, and it's still a minus. Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense. And then, I'm gonna just go right back to some of the teams ahead of the Packers. Like, be for real. There was a bunch of other. I'm blanking on 11 through 16, but a lot of that stuff was like, okay, all right, if you say so, I agree. Now, I'm not going to argue with the Rams. The Rams are the favorites right now. The Eagles, my opinion, number 2, no. Don't think so. I would rather have the defending Super Bowl champs there, even though, they've made some changes too. You've got the Patriots. They were also the defending AFC champs. They deserve to be in top 5. I mean, what they didn't lose anything on their roster, to my opinion. Ravens, Bills, you can make the argument. Texans, the last time you saw the Texans, do you think they had a good roster?
On the defensive side, yes.
Was it the defense, or was it the team they were playing that made the defense look really good?
You always got that argument. Well, he won because you're playing the 4 worst defenses. Well, are they the 4 worst defenses because we beat them, or why is that? And now, I believe the Texans' defense is awesome. That front 7 is it's elite. They can get after a quarterback like you can't believe. But it's the offensive side that I really, really question.
Yeah. As a roster, as a complete roster, top 53? No. Top 10 roster in the NFL. Not any chance, pal.
Now, for you, they highlighted offensive line, said it was overhauled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it needed to be. Biggest weakness, defensive line.
Easily.
X factor, Caleb Williams. Yes, I'll agree to that. I think it says he needs to improve accuracy, which he does by the numbers, just like J.J. McCarthy. And he was last in off-target rate and completion percentage expected among qualifiers, which means he was worse in that category than J.J. McCarthy. But it wasn't better. Better efficiency could elevate this whole offense, which I agree that's true. But I think Ben Johnson is going to bring that. What he did in just 1 year, I think, is bordering on miraculous. Now let's see if he does it 2 years in a row and they improve, which I suspect they will, much to my chagrin. Now, there was the whole luck thing, which they didn't look into that, but, the ball is not round, so it doesn't bounce predictably. And you guys had tons and tons and tons of luck.
Luck is just being ready for your opportunities.
Passes going, being caught, the whole comeback from being, 9 games you were down in the fourth quarter or something like that and coming back. But that's all part of it. But to say you're 17, lower half of the 32 teams, I'm like, guys, what are you smoking? Is this bad?
They got some good stuff up there in Connecticut, though. They don't have good pizza. They got some good stuff up there. I'll give them that.
Now, and then Minnesota finished even further back at 22. Okay, I buy that. I love when the Vikings are counted out before the season starts. I absolutely love it because every time it's happened, we've had an absolute stellar season. When we're not supposed to hit 500 now, even though they've got us, Vegas has us at 8.5 wins, but finishing 4th in the division. I just love it when we're counted out. And they said, our biggest strengths are obviously our wide receivers and tight ends. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Even though they had more drops last year than normal, they've got some proven production. I can deal with that. It doesn't matter whether it's J.J. McCarthy or Kyler Murray. My nickname for him is the wee widow one. There's going to be improvement. in that department. Now, Broski, I said I'd answer your question. Who do I think is going to start week one? At QB1, I believe it's going to be Kyler Murray. He's got about a 90% chance of starting that.
Week one, the starter is going to be Kyler. Are you saying there will be a different starter by week 5?
And maybe. Now, my partner Tyler is convinced that whoever loses the competition is going to ask to be traded.
I agree with Tyler.
And that it would not be smart to keep the other one there to back him up, because then you've got the constant over your shoulder. You go out there and have a bad game and everybody's going to be screaming for the backup.
Everyone's always over Kyler's shoulder, though.
Well, that's because he's the wee little one. And as I've explained on my other shows, I'm a heightist. I don't think football players should be under 6 feet unless they're specialists. They should be at least 6 feet tall, including wide receivers, and definitely quarterbacks. But hey, I'm just me. I'm Dave. And I was over 6 feet. Hey, Tim. Now, am I now? No, I'm under it because I get old and you compress as you get older. But I'm still taller than Tyler or Kyler by inches. Yes. I'm thinking he's more closer to 5'8" than the 5'10 and a half he's listed at, which I think is BS, but okay. But they have us finishing have us ranked as 22nd. Biggest weakness, running back. Okay. Says we've got to upgrade from Aaron Jones, who's 31, and Jordan Mason. We'll find out. What's interesting is Tyler really loves Jordan Mason, thinks he should be the premier back. Yards after contact was the highest in the league last year, I believe. He said it's a high number. It's like 5, and that's after contact. Now, is he going to just go balls to the wall to the end zone? No, he's not one that's going to, suddenly spark and go. Whether it be like Adrian Peterson or Dalvin Cook. He's not that type of running back. He's more of a power, I'm going to run through you type of back. But if he can get 6 yards a carry, but the same goes for Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones was saying, he got all pissed off at people saying he's washed. And he goes, I'm not washed. Well, let's see. We will find out.
I would love to have a running back that gave me 6 yards a carry.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
I don't care who he is, what he looks like, anything. Just give me 6 yards every time.
I thought you got that from Detroit a couple of years ago.
Who did we get from Detroit that gave us 6 yards a carry?
Well, that was the idea.
84 and a half.
But they slam us for interior offensive line improvements. Why? Or that's the X factor. I do believe our O-line will be good. We ranked 14th from PFF in pass blocking and run blocking last year as a squad, and I think we're going to be better this year. And that's not good news for you guys. Foster already knows that because we mauled them. You guys last year, especially defensive line versus offensive line.
That's a fact.
I'm curious. I like being low in the rankings during this time of year because it means nobody has faith. They don't have any expectations.
Get slapped on a little bit.
Yeah. Broski Bear says Brandel at 6'6" center that's too tall. Tall centers generally, Broski, have a problem with not enough sand in the pants. They're not thick enough in the bottom and they can't get low enough. But that doesn't mean they can't succeed. And there's been some examples that have. And we're hoping that Brandel does. Yeah, they got thicker. All right. When you watched football growing up, whether it be high school, whether it be college, whether it be pros, look at the body shapes of the positions. You've got wide receivers who are generally tall and lanky. Right? They're usually center guys. They come out, they get drafted, and they're 6 foot, 195 pounds. You have quarterbacks that the desired height is around 6'4". Then you have defensive backs, which are usually skinny, fast twitch, smaller guys, usually around 6 feet, preferably. And they've got usually skinnier hips, and they can pivot and do all sorts of stuff. Then you look at a lineman, and they're thicker in the hips. And most of their musculature is in the upper thighs, upper legs, and through the middle. And it's just the way human anatomy works. And you want guys, when I talk about sand in the pants, you want them thick-thighed, bigger waists, the whole works, so that when somebody tries to get under, they're harder to move.
When I'm bottom heavy.
Yeah, center of gravity sort of deal. It's like my wife when she was having our first kid. She's pregnant. We were in a bowling league. The more pregnant she got, higher her average went. And it was weird because she was up to like 230, 250 average. It's like, oh my God, she's great. But when she wasn't pregnant, it was 135. Damn. But it was that center of balance, and it dropped, and boom, she had control over the ball. Sort of same thing for offensive linemen. You want that center of balance lower. You also got to be, you got to be strong in upper body, obviously. But the key is being strong in the lower body.
So women are better athletes when they're pregnant.
Mine was. Yes.
And they've been getting out of work all this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did they get a load of this?
Hey,
Clip this.
Next time you watch a game, look at the different body styles that play the different positions, and they generally fall in groups.
When I was back in my day, DBs was more like 5'10", 5'11". I think 6 feet now. Yeah. When you said it, I'm like, really? I don't think I noticed that, but maybe. Maybe they are about 6 foot.
Like I said, I'm a heightist. And it all started way back when we drafted a certain Randy Moss. And the Packers drafted their first 3 draft picks, I think it was defensive backs.
Torched them all.
Oh, he did, but they were tall.
Now those corners they drafted, they all had sand in their pants too, because they could not keep up.
There weren't many that could.
Nope.
Back in the day.
Probably still now, post-surgery.
But it seems corners have come back down to where they're under 6 feet. I know we've got a whole slew of them, and I don't like it, but hey, it is what it is. Broski says every single DB on the Bear is right at 6 feet, 200 pounds.
Strap up those helmets, guys.
Broski says Teasley would trade Justin Jefferson. I doubt. I understand where you're getting at, but I doubt it.
He's going into his 3rd year?
4.
Wow, that's way too big to play corner. Way too big. Hey, bro, go play receiver. What are you doing?
Why do defensive backs play defensive back?
They can't catch
the football.
All right. Well, you know what that means? Special teams.
Well, to me, it's what I liked about defense is you can hit people.
Yeah.
I played both sides of the ball. I played Ironman, but on the defensive side, I loved it because there's nothing like hitting a player and hitting him well. There's nothing like sacking a quarterback and knocking the air out of his lungs. Doesn't have to be, he could be looking straight at me. I don't care. It's better if he's looking at me. It's more satisfying.
I loved when they called the Vince Lombardi's favorite play, the power sweep. I loved it when they called that when I was playing football. Because I cannot wait for that crackback. I'm going to hey, just get this on tape.
Well, me playing tight end in high school, we had a play where I'd go out and hit the middle linebacker or one of the linebackers, and they'd usually not see me coming, and it was sweet. But it was even Steven, because if we were passing the ball and I was usually running across the middle, they were getting ready to tee up on me. Usually you heard steps behind you, which is a linebacker, and there's one in front of you looking at you smack dab in the face, and he's ready to lay you out. And I'm looking at my quarterback going, throw me the ball.
You sure?
It is. But anyway, is there anything else we'd like to talk about? We have one more thing. What's happening with the Chicago Bears Stadium?
The latest thing that the Bears have done is finally commission some geological and economical studies on the Wolf Lake site over there in Hammond, Indiana. Now, you might think okay, This is going in the right direction. They're starting to get serious about it. Should have done that 4 months. Could have done it 4 months ago. But it is the next step into deciding if this site is actually a viable spot for a massive development. Football stadium, stores, restaurants, maybe some condos. We got to figure this all out. And now the Bears have started to move in that direction. I predict that this is going to take another 2 months.
Okay. Now, I did read where the city of Arlington Heights voted to keep their Bears billboard up another year. Authentic vote.
Did they say who the sitting vote was?
They did. It was some guy, and he says, "Why are we paying for it when they're not even coming?"
It's always that one neighbor. I was in Arlington Heights not too long ago, a few weeks back, and I was talking to some of the people. They said, "Man, I don't want them here. Traffic's bad enough. It's really not that bad out there. I mean, they got a lot of construction going on 53 and some of the other major roads, but like, man, like, I don't bring the Bears out here. It's going to be even worse. Great. Good for you. Enjoy."
And the
Tear
whole,
down.
because wherever they decide to plant the stadium, they're going to get a whole bunch of other building that goes along with it. I've coined it Bearsville, but it's not just Bearsville. It's, you have, when they put in the stadium in LA, that whole area around suddenly just exploded with growth. And the Bears expect the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, at least property value goes up.
Yeah.
Happy for you. They're whining out. I don't want to pay for a billboard. Go sit down, bro.
And if you're in Illinois, your taxes will go up even higher.
Sure. Got to pay to play.
Yep. And but we'll see. I haven't heard of anything coming through the legislature over the last week.
Nothing at all.
All right, gentlemen, I think that we'll call it a day with the Bears news. Foster, you got any last words?
No, let's just get to training camp. This is the lull of the season.
I agree. Where can they find you, Foster?
Well, you can find us on Bleachers to Speakers. Just look that up. You can find us on all audio aggregators, YouTube. We are on the road to 500. We're getting closer and closer, almost there. I think like 20.
Let me know. I'll update my screenshot.
Yeah. It's well, we're away from that now. We're up there now, but yeah, just subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend, because we got another exciting season ahead very, very soon.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. Pay, any last words?
More lists. ESPN, you had your list. PFF, you had your list. We can talk about the PFF list. Top quarterbacks, top coaches, top head coaches. But I don't care how bad they are. Bring me the list. Enough of this fake World Cup fandom. I'm tired of it. You all don't care about what Pulisic's doing. You know it.
Where can they find you?
Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. We're going to have our own list as we get ready for training camp to open in less than 20 days. Can you all believe it? Football's almost back.
Almost, baby. Almost. Can't get here quick enough in my books.
Baseball, we having their Midsummer's Classic in the next about a week.
Weekend?
Yeah, about a week away. Yeah. So we'll be always baseball Thursdays here at the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan Channel. And we shall have more general NFL news. Just check us out there. Available everywhere you get your podcasts. And also on YouTube.
That's a great show, and you got a great crew that works with you. If you haven't already subscribed over there, please do subscribe to both these men's channels. They put out good content, and if you're a Vikings fan looking to spy on the enemy, it's a good source. With that, you know where to find me, Vikings First and Skull. You're already on it. And tomorrow night, we'll have the Tyler Fornes. What we're going to talk about, he still hasn't figured out. He was supposed to get me that yesterday, but you know Tyler. And 2 old bloggers will end the week with discussing the happenings of the week. And thankfully, as of right now, we have no more Diana Rossini stuff to talk about. Gentlemen, what do they say in Detroit? Oops, wrong button.
They do bear down in Detroit.
And pay besides bear down.
Bear down, Detroit.
And of course, Minnesota. Skull Vikings. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, and rate us on your favorite podcast aggregator. Thank you for listening to this NFC North group effort on the Fans First Sports Network. This has been a frustrated Chicago sports fans, bleachers to speakers, Vikings First and Skull, and of course, the Fans First Sports Network production. Thank you for listening.